Vermont lawmakers are considering ways to address a rise in threats directed at state employees. State House reporter Devin Bates joins us live in the newsroom to explain the two different philosophies taking shape right now. Devin?
Yeah, that's right, Lauren. There was a bill introduced today that would make the legal consequences of threatening a state employee much greater, but some believe bigger penalties wouldn't necessarily translate to fewer threats. Either way, the amount of lawmakers who can tell you a personal story about being threatened is alarming.
Last year, my family had to buy a home security system because of threats my wife received in her role as president of the Rutland City School Board.
When my house was shot at this summer, it was state police came up and they took a record of it, but well, you're a public official and people feel entitled to tell you how they feel.
The troubling trend of elected officials and state employees being threatened has some state lawmakers wondering if a harsher punishment is the answer, while others feel the same statutes that protect anyone who's threatened are good enough.
To me, why should I have a special category for myself because somebody threatens me over a political thing? Why should I be considered special?
On the other hand, several state reps in the House Judiciary Committee argue that imposing a more severe penalty on those who threaten state officials isn't as much about protecting themselves as it is about looking out for others who want to run for public office.
I can name 4 people in Rutland City who chose not to run for public office because my wife was threatened. These sort of threats directed at public officials are shaping our discourse because they are not just potentially affecting the decisions of the officials who are threatened, but they are also convincing other people who want to serve their communities that it's not safe for them to do so.
But then there's the question of whether any sort of extra penalty would actually deter people from sending or making threats. Assistant Attorney General David Scher said the AG's office certainly wouldn't oppose this bill, but it would likely only serve to send a message at best.
What is more likely in the long run to do that is sort of a multifaceted approach, that it will include things like making sure that bias-related incidents are being reported. We have to do enforcement better. And I can't sit here right now and say to this committee that we have the answers on that, but I think that is the case.
Now, it's still an open-ended question what those tougher penalties would be because the conversation on this bill is just getting started. Now, this same committee is also looking at similar legislation for steeper penalties when it comes to threats involving firearms at a school. Live in the newsroom tonight, Devin Bates, Local 22 News.
And Devin,